First of all, Binance Coin. In one of the previous videos, we talked about the fact that there is a correlation between the lows of the price of Binance Coin to dollar and the stochastic oscillator lows, like here, and so on and so forth. So the previous low of the price with the low of stochastic oscillator was somewhere around $18, and despite the price went even lower after that, well, probably the Bitcoin was the reason we had the increase of the price eventually, and now we have two levels for the stochastic oscillator. One was already tested yesterday and we had little correction, but now the stochastic oscillator went even higher, so we have a second level over here, so it's very likely that the price will reach it. But even right now the price is already $24, so I would say from $18 to $24 it's already a nice trade. So probably if you want to use this setup, it's worth selling already in order to buy on the next correction. As usual, guys, what I'm saying is not financial advice, and yes, BNB can go much higher, but it's always nice to fix some of the profits you have. So about the Bitcoin price, you see we had this level of 5,320 and the price did react with this level many times, here and now here again. And in the condition of this triangle which we observed and the fact that the lows are getting higher and this level is constantly tested several times, it is very likely that it finally will be broken. And although of course there is a chance that it will be broken downwards, but in my opinion it's more likely we will see the breakout to the upside, and also we may have a test of this support line before this breakout and maybe even false breakout downwards. But anyway, in my opinion, it's easier to the price going higher than lower. Also, if you will just look at the price of Bitcoin in general for the previous like a year or even before that, you will see that all those huge jumps of the price, if they weren't followed by the immediate correction, like for example like here, right, like here or here, then we saw some kind of consolidation period, and after that we saw the new rise. It's a standard bullish flag scenario, and basically what it means that the buyers do not let the other buyers who want to buy the Bitcoin at the correction, after the correction, they don't let them to do that, and they will move the price even higher to sell their positions in the profit. And after that rise we may see a final correction, although it's not necessarily to happen. What I would like to mention today is that this sort of a general misconception, like the more I look at this chart with the logarithmic price of Bitcoin over the many years, the more I think that we are sort of falling deeper and deeper in the very dangerous mistake when we see the general similarities between the cycles. And even like this may be the first cycle, this is the second cycle, this is the third cycle, and we have highs, lows. So people were comparing this previous cycle with presumably a new cycle, and they expect that the price will go something like this and so on. And even I did compare the moving averages and other parameters, and it's sort of reasonable because you only have this sort of history, so you have to base your analysis, your predictions on something. On the other hand, although there are general similarities, every time, every cycle, market behaves in very different manner comparing to the previous one. So, and if you look at all those cycles, you will see that they all were very different. For example, look at this cycle. First, okay, the rise, then drop. Second, there was no accumulation phase. The rally happened very soon after the drop to the lower point, to the bottom of this cycle. So this is one situation. So here we have another situation, long bear market, a huge sell-off with a fast return of the price to the initial level before that sell-off, then long accumulation phase and long but very convincing rise during the next couple of years. So here we have actually a very different situation. Again, the details are very different. First, we have this artificial support line over here. Then we had the significant drop after the support line breakout. And then instead of having the V-shaped reversal, or at least like significant drop with a huge volume, etc., this was very different, and that was actually a confusing thing for many people expecting something like that. So market over and over again, it shows very different pictures. It behaves very differently in order to make people make mistakes. So again, right now, despite the situation in general will be probably very similar, so the price will go up, we'll see all new all-time high at some point, but it doesn't mean that we'll have very similar price action as we had before. And especially it will have very different details. For example, as you can see here, this rise was with relatively long consolidation and then very fast parabolic rise. Here it was steep with like 30-40% corrections. So people who were expecting that the price will go lower were actually panicking and selling their coins. Like they didn't expect that after such a long bear market we may have a new all-time high or going somewhere like this. And this was the way for the huge players who try to shake out weak hands at every step of the market cycle to accumulate more coins on the way up. But this was valid at this period of time. So now everybody are expecting to see something like this. So relatively slow rise with some corrections, and like people will buy on those corrections. But the more I look at this chart, the more I think that in the new bull market it will be completely different. The first difference could be that we actually will have a new low. With all my bullishness, with all the belief that this was the bottom and will not go to like $1,000, yes, it will be a very elegant move from those who drive the market to actually make a lower low, or at least let the price go much higher and then dump it to a new lower low. That situation will be very different from what was before. And then there could be something like this, long accumulation, rise, and everything which you can imagine. So from this point, the story will be very, very different from what it was before. Another, and it's more pleasant one, that this situation will not repeat, but instead we will go high to a new all-time high, maybe even faster, something like that. But instead of having those corrections, the price will go something like this. So almost with no corrections, but consolidating at a certain stage. Of course, at some point there could be corrections in order to break this pattern, so people will not be too relaxed, and so they will be scared that this will not repeat, and then okay, we'll go down, but instead of that the price will go even higher. So with every step we may see some new tricks from the market in order to force us to sell low and buy high. So applying this to the current situation, I don't think that we will see the correction, like any significant correction like 30 or 40%. Instead of that, in order to let a lot of the people who didn't buy at the certain area around here still be out of the position, the price will just go like this once again, or something like that. Of course, it's just the rough estimation or rough scenario, but I guess you got my point. Again, market should surprise us, so looking at the previous price action, I think that we will not see anything like that. We'll see something very, very different. Okay guys, that is it for today. I hope it was useful. Thank you for watching.